Welcome to the session. In this video, we are going to look into HTML programming and the detailed structure as how to code and what are the elements supported by HTML and all. I'm creating a playlist with all related HTML elements, which goes with formatting, tabular session, graphical display, and interactive controls. The playlist also includes the HTML and script applications. So moving on further with the basic introduction of HTML, as why do we need this, and what is the use and what is the basic syntax of starting a HTML code. So today we are going to discuss something related to web page hosting and templates, front and back end, requirements to start a HTML code, and how do I start it with practical examples. Moving on, this is a small representation I want to make before we move into the concept of HTML. Basically, HTML we use to display a web page. So the web page is a combination of website. Okay, combination of web pages make a single website. Okay, so every website should be launched with the help of a base which is called as a internet. Okay, and each website is identified separately with the help of a domain name, which is an address or identification, and these all things are possible only when I have something called as a web hosting service. A web hosting is something which will help you to launch your complete documents, web documents, by storing the content into cloud and giving you an identification called as a domain name or an address which can be launched with the help of internet and viewed by a number of people just by giving the name or the details URL of your website. Okay, in order to create a house is been represented as website because in a house we have multiple room, each room is considered as a web page. Combination of these rooms make it as a house as such. Combination of web pages will make it as website. The house can be identified with the address, with a specific unique number as such. A website is identified with something called as a domain name. These all things are possible only if I have something called as a land. A house can be constructed if I have a base called as land as such. I can create a pages, I can create something, but it can be launched to internet or global or to the users only when I host it. But that's the base. Okay, this is possible to identify when I have a house can be identified properly with the help of a street number or the source to identify the street as such. The source to connect your website is your internet. So this is a small interpretation just to identify how things are represented. Alright, moving on to the concept of what is a web page. A web page is a document which is written with the help of a HTML programming. It's just a file which is written with the syntax of HTML, and it is executed with the help of a browser application. Okay, I use a browser application in order to execute my web page. Okay, a web page can be accessed with the help of a URL or with the help of an address. A single page can be accessed. This page contains a text, a content, normal text, character or numerical based content, a graphic, it may be an image, it may be a video, it may be an animated object. It may contain hyperlinks, multiple links connect to different pages. Okay, or this combination is considered as a web page, and all set of web pages together considered as a website. What I have in a web page, what all I have in a web page. So basically, what I see to the end is called as a front end. A front end is a combination of text, graphics in a specific style called as a template. Okay, in a specific style. I want my Amazon web page to be displayed with a profile picture to a corner, or n number of graphical pictures laying down in a horizontal line, or I want some vertical display, I want a scrolling display. These all are called a style, the representation, the template. Inside the template, I want to put a text or I want to put a graphics. Combination of these two with the backend connectivity give me a front display, which is called as a front end application, front end web page application. So how do I start the coding of HTML? Basically, in order to start HTML, we need only two things. One, a text editor. Two, a browser application. And remind you, no need to install any application in order to write your HTML coding. Only to install any application. By default, with the operating system, we have a text editor being supported and also a browser application supported. With the default applications, we can write and execute a HTML code. Okay. How do I start? First of all, go to start, run notepad and just select OK. You'll get a blank file and you're going to dump the HTML code. Save the file. Two options. Either you can save it with .html or .htm. Okay. And execute the file. Double click on the file will help you to execute and see the content in the browser application. This will help you to create a static web page. Reminder, it's a static web page. Apart from that text editor or notepad, what I can use, and nowadays we have a lot of GUI applications. You can use a notepad plus or Autumn or brackets. These all are GUI applications which will help you with the small graphical icons. By clicking on that, the tag structure is being represented on the screen. It's up to the user how you're going to interpret the HTML coding. You can write it in the normal notepad with the starting to the ending by your own, or you can even use the inbuilt GUI graphical editors in order to build the code. And execution of HTML code is done with the help of browser application. We have various browser applications as Chrome, Firefox, Mozilla. The default is Internet Explorer or Microsoft Edge. And there are some of the elements which are compatible to browser. When we go to the detailed session, we'll get to know what will be the rendering difference of each element with different browsers. Now, basically, HTML is for more on HTML. HTML is for hypertext markup language. This is the original language used to create HTTP documents, hypertext transfer protocol documents. Whatever documents we exchange in the web, those all are created with the help of HTML coding. Okay, this is used to create a web page, and markup in this will help you to define the format. Any web document you take, all the documents will have some display content, that how the text should be interpreted, how the color should be given, what should be the background color, what should be the image, what should be the size of the image. These all are considered as markup. Everything for format. Okay, the more attractive the web page, you will get more number of audience to the page. So that is decided with the help of markup application. And the formats and content, what I have to display, how I have to display, both are combined together in HTML coding. Content tell you what and format tell you how. How to display and what to display is being combined in HTML coding. Okay, this combines headings, formats, tabulations, lists, graphics, links, and interactive displays. Okay, we'll be learning each and every module with live examples in upcoming sessions. So, what are the rules I have to remember to start my HTML code? HTML is basically composed or combined with the help of tag. So, what is tag? A tag is a keyword enclosed in angular brackets. I use angular bracket. In between angular bracket, if I'm going to put some keyword, I'm supposed to use it as HTML. As HTML, I cannot say hypertext markup language. It's a reserved keyword. I am supposed to use the same keyword in between the angular brackets. If I enclose, that is considered as a tag. These tags are case insensitive. You can give it in capital, you can give it in small, you can give it in jumble, but it's a suggestion that please do maintain a single case. Okay. This tag is divided in two forms. One is paid or dependent tags and unpaid and independent tags. Paid tag is generally used to specify the starting and ending area. Example, I have a text content, I want to make it bold from this point to this point. This becomes starting and this becomes ending. Okay, ending represented with a slash symbol with the same keyword, and that represents the ending of the element. Okay, and independent element doesn't have a closing, it only has a starting, and some browser applications give a slash to the end of the same tag indicating the close of the element. How do I exactly start with my HTML program? This HTML programming is divided into two basic sessions as header and documentation. Header session is implemented with the help of head, starting and closing tag, a dependent element, and body with the help of body, starting and closing tag, and the entire thing is combined under a head main tag called as HTML. As mentioned, children, you can give it in a capital, small or jumped case. That doesn't make any difference in execution, but better maintain a practice of putting in a single case. Okay, what happens if I put something in header part, and what happens if I put something in a body part? So just check the execution. This is my browser application. I write anything in the header part is for pre-execution. I want to put on a script, I want to execute a style, I want to link a document, I want to give a description of the document, I want to execute a background music, anything you want to do background, you will put it in header section, and anything you want to display in the working area, the white area of your document, the original workspace of the browser application, will put it in the body section. Okay. How do I start my coding right now? I just want to put on a simple HTML document. How do I do that? So we'll open a notepad. You can even say new and say text document and save it as .html, one method. The other method is you can run and go to notepad and write the HTML code. I am just giving the a document here as post.html. Okay, so open this and I am typing my HTML code. HTML starts with HTML tag and ends with the HTML was discussed just now. So this is my HTML start. In between we have two sessions, a header starting and header closing. Okay, this indicates the closing tag and this body starting and the body closing. Okay, save the document. Reminder, I go with save as because it was stored as a text, so I resave it with double quotation. Once I put the double quotation, it becomes a HTML document. You can see the difference there. Once I say save, previously it was displayed with that text symbol, and now that when I save it with .html properly, it is giving me a browser application. Okay, so the other method is instead of opening a text document, you can even go to start notepad, run, and there you put up the program and save it with first.html. That gives you a browser. So this indicates that this is your web page document. Okay, I click, you can open this with the edge. Default is edge, so you got the symbol. Also in your operating system, if default is Chrome, you will get a Chrome symbol. No need to worry about the symbol. What you see there, it's only a default application. Based on that, the symbol is project. You can even open with any other application. Just to say open with and select Internet Explorer. Yes, you got your program. How this is my program. Okay, here you can see first.html. Now, point is, we did not write anything in our program. That's the reason you are getting a blank page on the screen. I want to fill up something. I want to write something there. Yes, we will do it. Yeah. Anything you want to display in the white area, it was discussed that you will put it in between the body tag. Just to say, welcome to the page. Save. Yes for save. Come to your browser application, F5 for refresh. So whatever changes you do there are immediately implemented to your browser screen. I said welcome to the page and immediately welcome to the page is displayed. So I'll go to the next line as a this is next one. save, come to the page F5, this is the next one. Okay, so like this, whatever you want to write, you will write in between the body tag, and now we will see more. What more I can do? I don't want to put it with the plain text. I want to increase the size, decrease the size, change the color, move something. I want to do something. Those all will be our next editions. Okay, as of now, whatever I want to type, display in this area will be given in between the body tag. So what more in body tag? Every tag has its own properties and attributes. Every tag has its own properties and attributes. Body tag has some set of attributes and properties. Attribute is something which will tell the behavior of the element, which will specify the of the element. The default behavior of body is a white color background with a black color text with 3 font size. I want to change something. I want to change the background color. I'll say BG color is equal to assignment operator. Use it to specify the color value. I'll say red. As discussed, yes, immediately the changes are implemented. I'll go with other color. Coral, save. With any other color, I'll say yellow, save. Immediately, whatever you do here, it's been changed. Can I change the foreground color, the text color? Yes, we can say text is equal to, I'll say red, save. Okay. Attribute of body tag will help me to change the font color. A BG color attribute of the body tag will help me to change the background color. Put on any image as a background is definitely. For that we use background as a single word to, and see to that you have some images in the active folder. Okay, active folder is the place where your HTML file is stored. So in my active folder I have an image as 14.jpg. Okay, save the image, execute immediately. Okay, based on the size and resolution of the image is automatically repeated to the screen. We can avoid this repetition with the help of background properties and scroll properties. Okay, that is, if I have more number of pages and I don't want the scroll of the image throughout the page, or either horizontal or vertical, I can set all those things with the help of BG property or with the help of scroll property. Okay. So I even want to give the sizing for my document. That is, my document should start only from one point to other point. Okay, some in between only I want to give the text content. So just to see here, left margin. The margins are given with the help of position of the margin, left margin, and specify a numerical value. Okay, this numerical values can be represented in 3 forms. If you don't specify, you specify only number, it is called as pixel. 50 points, 51 pixel is one dot on the screen. 50 pixels you want a space from left side, or if I say pt, that is for 50 points I want a space. And if I want, I can even say percentage. Numerical values can be given in 3 forms, I repeat. If you don't give anything, that is considered as pixel, or you say pt, it is considered as point, and you give percentage symbol, it is considered as percentage value. That much percentage it will move. I give little more, check. 500 pixels it is given. Like such, I can even say top margin is equal to, I'll say 200, say 200 points from the top it is coming down. Like that, you can specify the margin, height, width, or the spacings. Okay, and I have a attribute title. It's a default attribute for all HTML elements, which will help you to display tooltip text. Title, I'll say welcome to the page, welcome, execute. You take your pointer on the screen and drop out for a second, immediately you can see a pop-up message, whatever is given in the title. It's a body, so any part of the body you move and wait, you will get a pop-up message, any part of the body. It's given for the complete body document. Okay, and remember for the title, if I don't give double quotation, it happens on save check. I don't give double quotation, only one word is taken. The space is considered as the next attribute value. So see to that whenever you have multiple words, you are supposed to put it or enclose it in the double quotation. Okay. HTML follows some very basic rules, not necessary, but it's based on the display. You want it as multiple words, put a double quotation. You don't give double quotation, it doesn't raise any error, but it instead take only single value. It never raise any error. It's the beauty of coding. Okay, so these are some of the attributes of the body tag. So apart from this, let's take I want to increase the size of the font, or I want to put a background music. Okay, I want to put a title for my page. So those all are done with the help of header elements. In between the head tag, we can work on with pre-execution. I said background, I want to do something. See, let's take whatever I type in my body content, it should go with a bigger size. I say a base font. So base font is restricted with some of the applications. So if you say base font size is equal to 70, immediately the font size will be increased for the complete document. And other header elements as busy sound in order to play background music. Okay. And script to execute a client-side script. Style in order to specify a CSS property. Title, as of now we work with title, and I'll put on other examples when we move on to the selected content. Title, demo page. Double quotation here because it is a tag content. Title, save. It can be seen in the title bar. This is the area you can see whatever you type there. It's previously it was displaying the URL or the location of the page. Now that it is displaying title, whatever is given to the user. Okay, this title is to display the tooltip text, and this title, this is a title tag, and this is the title attribute. There is a lot of difference. Don't get confused. Okay. So what more I can do with colors? See, basically this color values are displayed in three forms, that is either with the direct color name, numerical value, and hexadecimal value. What is that? See here. So when I want a color, I was specifying BG color is equal to red, and immediately you got a red color. Let's take, I'll say yellow, and I change, yes, yellow color. Now apart from this, just try a 6-digit numerical value, you get a combination. I go with other combination. I started with 9, let's say I start with 6, check. This is a numerical combination. Based on the values you give, it gets converted into hexa, and the color combination is displayed as the background color. And the third type is you can specify a hexadecimal value. All hexa values are given with a hash operator, and with values are RGB, R for red, G for green, and B for blue. Okay, in this the minimum being 0 and maximum being F. F for highest 16 digit is the decimal base of this hexadecimal. So for the highest value we represent with F symbol. So taking R into consideration, if I say FF0000, first two F's for R, so my color display color should be red. So now just see, if I'm going to change, okay, if I'll change it as 00FF00, so that is RGB. R I made 0, so no red combination. G I made FF, that is full. Okay, and blue I made 0, that is no blue combination. So what combination I want is all about green, so green is been given to you. Let's see, I'll say R I want 0 points, green I want 0 points, and FF finally I want full. That is the blue you are activating more, so you get your blue color on screen. Can I go with the combination? Absolutely. I will say 90 points of green I want, and I want 30 points of blue. See, combinations. You can work on with multiple combinations. Give different numbers. That is what we were saying previously with direct numerical number. Now here you are giving with the hexadecimal values. Okay, so colors in HTML can be implemented in 3 forms. One is direct color name, 2 is numerical color value, or a hexadecimal color value. Remember, hexadecimal value is given with a hash symbol with a combination of RGB. Minimum is 0 and maximum 255 values, that is numbers, numerical combinations can be given. Okay, this is a small example. When I move to a color palette of a paintbrush, when I move my cursor to any point of time, you can just check it out. Ma'am, I don't know what is the hexa value of so and so color, how do I give it? So you can check with any color palette, move your cursor around the color, you can see the combination in your same numbers. If you dump it in hexadecimal combination, absolute color can be given as a background to the page. Okay, so in detail of header element we'll look into in the next session with a live demo. So as of now we were working with various attributes of the body as link attributes and color attributes, image attribute, title attribute, margin attributes. And coming to header, we have a title. In order to display title in the title bar, base font based on the versions you can see the executions. Okay, and VG sound in order to give a background music for a page. Okay, style script, style is used to put on a CSS style for a page. That is, you want to change some templates where you know in format, then we'll go for CSS styles. And script in order to add any client side scripting. Meta in order to add the description for the element, and finally link to relate the document with other HTML documents or CSS documents.